Nivasaaya Nityaya Paramatmane Balabhadra Subhadrabhyam Jagannathaya Te Namaha. Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Deva Maheshwara Guru Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Hari Om. No Hari Oms from your side? Hari Om. We are speaking of culture. This is Bharatiya culture. When I was in school, and that was a long time back, not very long, but long, 60% was considered to be good. 70% very, very good. 80% almost difficult to get. And what have we seen here by our wonderful principal? 90%, 95%. And somewhere I read a few days back, was it 100%? Not in mathematics, but in some other subject, I forget, where it is impossible to think of 100%, not even 80%. So it makes us wonder, what is happening? What is happening? Is human talent, are individuals becoming superhuman? Or is the 60 and 70% of 50 years back not really that different from the 90% and 95% of today? Please do think about this. So is it that the human levels are going up or the numbers are coming down? Just like the value of the rupee. With 1 rupee we could do so many things 50 years back, but 1 rupee means nothing. 1 rupee has to be 100 rupees now. Am I correct? So what is going up and what is going down? I was very happy. Of course, we must congratulate all our students who have done so well in the school and in their performance outside the school. Congratulations to all the fantastic students of the school. Congratulations also to the management for bringing up such a wonderful institution which is making Odisha proud, and not Odisha only, it is ranking at the national levels too. So congratulations to our management and to the faculty, and most of all to the students. One very important point was made by our respected chairman. I have the privilege of sitting with him in our board meetings, that is the meetings of the managing committee of Sri Jagannath Temple, and we get a lot of valuable support from him and expert advice on finance, of course. I was very happy to see him say that we can build a better India through education. We can build a better world through education. We just saw Albert Einstein on the screen behind. So one fine day, someone asked Albert Einstein, "Sir, how can we improve the world?" His answer was straight and simple. By improving people. By making better people, you make a better world. Now, how do you make better people? Is it by 99 degrees and 100 degrees marks? Once again, I'll relate back to what our chairman has mentioned. India was at one time Sone ki Chidiya. Vasco da Gama and all the great seekers came to India in ancient times. Why? This was the culture, this was the civilization that led the whole planet Earth and mankind. Why? Because of its Vedic heritage. Because of the higher values of life, which was well established in every home. They were not giving out degrees like this and marks like this, but each individual was a superhuman being. Superhuman being, not in the sense that he can fly like Superman, but established in the highest values of life. Integrity, honesty, hard work, sincerity, you name it. And he was emanating true happiness, not made-up happiness. True happiness which was flowing out from within himself, which was radiating all around him, and he was established in that. That was every common being in every household, not the scholars and the intellectuals. They were obviously established in that truth. But every individual of this great country of ours was established in those higher values of life, which is what we call culture. And those higher values of life were rooted in, were born out of the spiritual, moral, and ethical education that they received. India, my friends, during ancient times was well known for what we can refer to as the Gurukulam education. And this Gurukulam education had something of a parallel of the education that we have today, that is physical, material, secular education. At the same time, they had what we don't have today, that is spiritual, moral, and ethical education. When India became independent, our education system became independent of spiritual, moral, and ethical education. Couple of 100 years back, Lord Macaulay came. He was very intelligent. And he wondered how a handful of adventurers from a small island up north can subjugate and rule such a vast subcontinent, an ocean of people. And he realized very quickly that if, unless and until we succeed in breaking their backbone, we cannot remain here. The backbone of India, of Bharata, was its culture. And the culture was based on the spiritual education. So he introduced the English system of education. He said that, look, if you have to progress, develop, you have to imitate the West. And so we became very good English-speaking people, but devoid of the higher values which made us great at one time. Devoid of any knowledge of the Gita, of the Ramayana, of the Bhagavata, of the Upanishads, we became hollow people. And even now we are aping the West, thinking maybe there is some good there. But friends, tell me, have we not seen enough of the West? Have we not seen enough of the world and where that sort of education is taking humanity? If we read the newspaper, we know where we are going and where the world is going. Our chairman mentioned that such a huge percentage of the total budget of America is put into education. But if you have been to America, you will know that the person is amassing wealth, is earning a lot of money. In his bathroom, the taps are made of gold, but he has to take sleeping pills to sleep, and he has got heart problem. The world is in turmoil. There is conflict everywhere, and peace is elusive. It's a dream. Why? Because the type of education we are giving to the children and the type of human beings that are being made, you see, the child is a product of his environment and of the education, no doubt. So the child becomes what he is made to become. Education makes the child and makes the man. The fault is not with the child. The fault is with the educational system, with the society, with the environment. So if something is going wrong, we need to see what is the cause. And here, my friends, the people of wisdom, especially in the last 100 years, in India and also outside India, have said that we need to really re-evaluate our educational system. A bird flies with both wings. The bird cannot even take off with a single wing. So for education, there has to be the present modern education which we are having all over. That is one wing, and the other wing which is missing has to be spiritual, moral, ethical education. It is the spiritual, moral, ethical education that builds character, that makes great personalities. Lord Macaulay was correct. He tried his level best to uproot our Vedic system of education, our Gurukul system and institution, and establish the English pattern of education here. And he was correct, because unless that was thrown out, the English would not remain here. And that is exactly what happened. There is one person whose photo also, picture you saw here, Mahatma Gandhi. One person single-handedly threw the British out. And what was the strength behind Mahatma Gandhi? It is a small book of Bhagavad Gita. His life was established on the Bhagavad Gita and on the ideals of Bhagavad Gita, and that one fakir wearing just a dhoti and with nothing else was sufficient to throw the entire British Empire. The empire where the sun never set, through that empire out of India, on the strength of the spiritual values enshrined by our Vedic knowledge. So, my friends, I will conclude with this, that if you want to make a great nation, a great country, a great state, make great people, make great individuals. And great individuals you do not make by 99% and 100%. Great individuals you make by the value system which that individual enshrines, embodies. And those value systems are from our Vedic wisdom, from our Vedic culture, a glimpse of which you are going to see now in the play. Shraddha and Saburi, on which concepts this institution is founded, are nothing but great spiritual concepts. We talk of culture without knowing what culture is. So, my friend, there's a lot of hypocrisy going on. I will not go into it. I have got very radical views. I would not like to share it here with you on this stage, on this platform. But I would like to only say, I would like to see the day when a school like this and leaders who are leading the school set a model for the ideal education, integral education that leads to character building. As Swami Vivekananda said, we want man-making, and I would now add women-making education. And that can only come through spiritual, moral, and ethical education. I was glad to see our principal say a whole lot of things about the great performances made by this institution and the marks achieved by our students and the sporting credits attained. And in the end, he hit the tip of the iceberg, Sai Sanskar, a healthy mind, body, and soul. Now, how do you get this? You cannot get it from history, you cannot get it from geography, you cannot get it from chemistry or physics or nuclear science. You can only get it from spiritual science. So, I do not know how you're going to do it, because with the ICSE and CBSE regulations, it's a tough job, but someone has to find a way. And I hope that Sai School sets the standard and leads the way. Thank you.